Let's begin working on the next part of our foraging habitat. In particular, we're dealing with land uses, which is, again, as a reminder, are an aggregate of our experiences from our data collection, our readings, and land uses that are beneficial for foraging habitat. Now, if you recall from our spreadsheet, this includes vacant lands and outdoor recreation kind of get higher scores because I believe from experience and from living in Dane County for a while now, that vacant lands and outdoor recreation areas are really easy to get pollinator habitat into. It will take some public investment or some nonprofit and some sweat equity from volunteers, but I think it's really easy to do that. I think the next level of ease is residential, institutional, and agriculture because we have a strong land ethic here in Wisconsin. The Aldo Leopold and Muir and others have kind of, Jens Jensen, have created this legacy of a lot of the pollinator habitat that we do see around town. Now, from our assessment, we know it's not great. It could be better. But if we target these areas, I think it would be pretty easy to leverage private and public investment, as well as their land development practices haven't been destructive to soils and other things. Now, I made commercial and transportation a 2. But with the caveat that with strategic design interventions later on in the next assignment, you can create bikeways that are really good for pollinator habitat, or highway medians that are really good for pollinator habitat. But I made it a 2 because it's going to take a little bit more effort, and in particularly the way commercial is developed, big, heavy construction equipment, very little green space left, lots of parking, lots of big buildings and infrastructure. And so that's why I made that a 2. It's not that it's not usable, but it's just harder to use. And then industrial, I made a 1. And so you can see all the attribute codes associated with that. So we're going to use Boolean strings for this to select attributes, but this time we're going to rank them. And so with that, let's hop over to GIS. And I have turned off my lakes and rivers scores, but I left it in here, and I removed the other lakes and rivers because we're done with those. So what I want to do first, though, because we are going to rank and score them, I want to go ahead and add a field. So I'm going to open up my attribute table, and I'm going to go through here and just add field. And again, if you remember our naming convention, so this is a suitability analysis for habitat, so SH, and we're working on foraging. And these are going to be the land uses. So for land use, and then I'm going to put score. And it can be short integer. Click OK. I figured we'd get this error. It's too long. So what I'm going to go back and do is I'm going to hit no because I don't want to automatically rename it. I'm just going to take out the underscore and call it SHFLU score and click OK. So that's where I'm going to leave this video. So that's how you add the field to get the score and why we're going to score certain land uses. In the next video, we're going to come back and I'm going to show you how to start getting these scores put in efficiently. Thanks.